The petition and order for change of venue. Hi, I'm Darren Findling of the Probate Pro, and we're going to examine SCAO Form PC 608. SCAO for State Court Administrative Office, that's the title for these types of forms. PC for Probate Court, 608 is the form. I'm happy to provide this document free of charge. If you need it, just call our office. The petition and order to change venue is used in a very particular context. It's when you're trying to change from one county to another. So it's different than jurisdiction. Venue is the location of the court. And because the probate courts are located within counties, it would be a change from one county probate court to another. Think Wayne County Probate Court to the Oakland County Probate Court. Now, there are circumstances where this is appropriate to do so. So one may be simply that the probate court, the original venue as reflected on the petition, was incorrectly identified, and there's a need to change because it was done in the wrong location. But there's a court rule and statute that govern the venue provisions of the probate court, and as reflected by the floating arrow, MCL 600.856, as well as the court rule, MCR 5.128. Now, MCR 5.128 provides that there is a basis upon a petition of an interested person, or the court can do so on its own motion, can make a petition to change the venue from one county probate court to another. And it can be done for a few reasons. It can be done because of the convenience of the parties and witnesses that are involved in the matter. It can be done because of the convenience of counsel. It can be done because it would be necessary to make that change for an impartial trial that may be occurring. So there are bases for the reason to change it from one county to another. The venue rules are governed by the general rules of civil procedure under Michigan law, which are MCR 2.222 and MCR 2.223. So let's work our way through the form. At the top is the county, and the top right is the case number, and then the estate name is reflected. Now, it may be a deceased estate, it may be a guardianship, conservatorship, whatever the context is. You identify the interested your name as interested person within the estate, because the court rule provides that an interested person can file the petition. And then, of course, Section 2 is the checkbox. The court rule provides three primary contexts upon which you can ask the court to change venue. Here, you get to check which of the three is the appropriate one. Now, I think actually you can check more than one if it's appropriate. And the reason, the because section, is the information that would govern or explain to the court the context of what's going on at the probate court. And so, for example, if there's a need for an impartial trial, you would have to state forth facts to give the court sufficient basis to make a ruling. Now, that one little line that's there is not sufficient, of course, to identify all the reasons that may exist. So you can attach additional information and paperwork. The next is very typical in SCAO forms, which is a identification of the interested persons as set forth under Michigan court rule and statute. So you have to, again, restate who they are and whether there's been any changes to the original petition or application that have been filed with the court. And then the request is, which county are you asking to change to? And a place for the petitioner, that's the person that's making the request, and a place, if there's an attorney, for the attorney's information. The below section is simply the ruling of the court, the order. And with every petition, there's a petition, it is filed, notice of hearing is given, and there is then a ruling and adjudication by the court through the court's order. We say the court speaks through its orders. Here, the court can change the venue under Section 5, and 6, there's a denial. There may be a basis for that denial of the petition. Again, these types of procedures, the specific process of changing venue and making the request because of an impartial trial, convenience of counsel, or convenience of the parties and witnesses, not a simple thing to do. It's not always intuitive how to navigate through these types of procedures. And that's why we always encourage you to work with a skilled, competent probate lawyer who understands the process, the court rules, how to navigate through the system. At the Probate Pro, we are passionate about everything probate. If you have questions about this process or any probate or trust-related issue, visit us at theprobatepro.com or call us at 1-833-PROBATE.